or 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more information.
Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your card through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Thursday, February 11th, 2021. I'm Trelana Charles. In the headlines tonight, psychologists concerned about the impact of wordless teaching in the classroom. Police responded to incident involving emergency workers at vehicle checkpoint. Police set ablaze over $1 million in drugs confiscated in numerous operations. Mixed review about taking the vaccine jab. In around the globe, Liat employs in St. Lucia to receive entitlements, and further afield, concerns over illegal COVID-19 vaccine distribution arise in the Philippines. Coming up in sports, athletes and coaches in Jamaica express mixed reviews on COVID vaccines ahead of Tokyo Olympics. And Manchester City pulls off a 3-1 victory against Swansea. Details to these and other stories right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Criminal charges may soon be filed in a matter that involves members of the Royal Grenada Police Force and an ambulance driver. Blossom Alexis Welsh has the details.
The Royal Grenada Police Force says it is setting the record straight about an incident in the early hours of Sunday morning that has taken center stage in the court of public opinion. In Tuesday's newscast, GBN News aired a story from an eyewitness who alleged that the ambulance on an emergency run was denied access and delayed deliberately at a police-manned vehicular checkpoint.
We are emergency for somebody in a bus run here.
A news release from the RGPF on Wednesday, however, said after preliminary investigations into the video, they have determined that the video is misleading and does not give a true account of the entire encounter. Head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Superintendent Vanny Kerwin, spoke to GBN exclusively on Thursday.
We have conducted our roadblock every night, giving effect to the COVID-19 protocols, but have always an open space in the road for vehicles to pass, because we do expect emergency vehicles would want to traverse. In that particular video, the ambulance went in its first direction, and on its way there were some comments that were made by the occupants of the ambulance having to do with the fact that we were doing our duties and, effecting the roadblock. I do not want to say specifically what was said. On the way back, the road was opened. The cones were not inhibiting the ambulance from traversing. The road was open and the ambulance just needed to proceed. But because of the comments that were made before, it seems we get the feeling that the ambulance, the occupants were not happy about the fact that we were doing the roadblock, executing our functions, in support of the COVID-19 regulations. And so they refused to traverse in the part of the road that were opened for traffic to pass. And they went directly to the part of the road that was coned off and demanded that the police remove the cones for them to pass. The police pointed them to the fact that the road is opened and you can proceed as normal, and they refused.
He notes that investigations into the encounter are ongoing, which may result in criminal charges.
They attempted to move the cones, and you can hear in the video that the police officer is saying, if you remove the cone, I'm going to arrest you, because the road was not blocked, preventing them from traversing. It's unfortunate that the police and the ambulance driver or the medical profession will have these issues, because we've worked very well together over the years. We support each other over the years, and we work very well with our partners. We work very well with the people who do the same thing that we do, and it was unfortunate that it got to that, but we think it's important to set the record straight so that the persons who have listened to the video will have a balanced view as to what happened. And you don't have to take my word for it. In the coming weeks and days, perhaps there will be a hearing and you will hear exactly what has transpired from both sides. Some person or persons will make a determination who was right and who was wrong, except me.
Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.
As teachers and public officers continue to fight for the payments of a 4% increase as agreed upon, one of the industrial actions being undertaken is no verbal communication with some students. The mental toll this action may have on students is causing concern with one local professional. Here's Blossom Alexis Welsh once again with that story.
President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Marvin Andel, says this week some teachers are engaging in a slow and silent protest as they press government to make good on the agreement for the payment of 4% increase to teachers and public officers. According to reports from parents and students, that slow and silent action means some teachers are not verbally communicating with their students, especially in the classroom, instead opting for writing information on the boards and sitting in silence while the children complete the work. Clinical psychologist Dr. Augustine Pantru says while he understands the current industrial climate, he is concerned about the psychological effects this action may have on the children and their mental health.
Students need interaction. In fact, our learning environment is premised on interaction, in answering questions, in articulating questions, in clarification of ideas, and just for the social interaction. So if this is absent in our classroom setting, then students are going to not enjoy optimal learning. And if optimum learning is not present, it therefore means that students are going to feel shortchanged with the interaction and the learning that they are supposed to get from the classroom situation.
Dr. Pantru notes that there is already a lot of anxiety in the education system in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, and the latest actions are not helping.
Parents are now going to have to resort to different actions. If their child is going to school and is not getting instruction, they might as well stay at home. But that is going to be something, a logistical piece that the parent will have to work out with their student or with their child, because I don't know if all the schools are operating at the same level, but if it is, then the parent may as well resort to providing alternative opportunities for their child to engage in learning.
GBN News understands that the teachers are expected to participate in a silent protest on Friday outside of normal school hours as they continue to fight for the payment of their 4% salary increase. Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.
While the debate remains on the decriminalization and or legalization of cannabis in Grenada, members of the Royal Grenada Police Force continue to enforce the law by confiscating the still illegal drug and charging individuals found distributing and possessing it. On Thursday, a large portion of illegal substances were destroyed in a blaze set by the police. Rina Pear has the details.
On Thursday, members of the Royal Grenada Police Force destroyed a street value of over $1 million of marijuana and $7,000 in cocaine. The drug quantity was seized by officers of the St. David and Grenville district over a period of time and was destroyed at the Pearls Airstrip in St. Andrew. Head of the Community Relations Department of the RGPF, Superintendent Vanny Cohen, gave more details on the operation.
So from St. David's, we have had 2,515 trees ranging between 1 to 10 feet, and the street value for that amount is $110,451.60. We have also had 546 wrap portions valued at $2,730. And in addition to that, there were 405 pongs, 9.72 ounces, value $919,917.80. And there was a quantity of 2 ounces of crack cocaine that would value $7,615.44. So from the St. David's police station, the street value of the drugs that were destroyed this morning was $1,040,714.84. From the Grenville police station, there were 200 pounds of cannabis, marijuana, with a street value of $453,600, and 2 ounces of cocaine, value of $5,680. Cumulative cost for Grenville is $459,280. So combining what came from St. David's and Grenville, there was a cumulative cost to the drugs that were destroyed today of $1,499,994.84.
Cohen says the burning of the drugs was under the supervision of high-ranking officers and a magistrate judge.
And the magistrate were there to witness the burning, the number of senior police officers that were there. And as usual, we wait from start to finish to make sure that everything was consumed before we left the site.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
As Grenada welcomes the first shipment of the AstraZeneca vaccine on Thursday afternoon, with the exception of receiving over 40,000 doses in the coming weeks, many Grenadians are sharing their thoughts on whether they are willing to take the jab. Rina Pear combed the streets of Grenville to bring you this report.
Over the past few months, Grenadians have been very vocal on the various COVID-19 vaccines that are now being issued in different parts of the world. This topic has plagued many social media platforms, citing the medical effects and its effectiveness. On Thursday, Grenada welcomed a shipment of 1,000 doses of AstraZeneca with the aim of rolling out the vaccination process by next week, starting with frontline workers. GBN sought to find out what is the mindset of the public now that the COVID-19 vaccine is at everyone's doorstep.
I find them thing is a money-making thing. They are the thing plan and they orchestrate the thing properly. So I will take that vaccine. We all have to dead. And if I take it, I go. If I won't take it, I go there. I would prefer to don't take it and dead. That's my mentality. That's my belief.
Personally, I don't choose a vaccine. I can see some videos, man talking that kind of language and thing, the vaccine. I mean, you don't want 100%, So, personally, I wouldn't take the vaccine. I would. I'll drink bush tea and spice and thing.
I think that it is a good initiative, and it would help prevent us from getting serious disease. So I would take it.
Well, I think vaccine is a good thing because if you look at, for instance, polio and tetanus and those things, it's vaccine that prevent them. So with trial and error, you would get there. So I definitely would take it.
But yes, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. We're definitely sure about it. Yeah, there are a lot of research has been done in it. There is no problem.
For me, I don't think I would take it. Other people take it, like the Prime Minister who take it and they're okay, they can go ahead.
Well, if it's available to me. Yeah, I don't have any qualms or doubts about it because so many millions of people have taken it and we only had a few incidents. But I give it 100%.
Yeah, people talk about the vaccine, they say it was so nice. I won't take it.
While these individuals clearly stated where they stand as it relates to taking the jab, others were still unsure.
I don't know what I will do yet, but if I had to take it, if I must take it, I would take it. But right for now, I stay neutral.
The point about it is that they're not too sure if the vaccine working. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to take it, right?
I never heard any good information about it. I'll consider it.
I'm still thinking about it. I still have to think about it. There's still a lot that people don't know. There's still a lot of questions, even about how vaccines are actually made itself. I'm not an expert, so I need to rely on information before I make a decision.
Grenada is expected to receive 6,000 doses of the vaccines on Thursday and over 40,000 over the coming weeks. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Officers attached to the Criminal Investigation Department, Grenville Police Station, arrested and charged a Mount Horn resident for robbery with violence, causing harm, possession of a firearm, and failing to remain confined to a place of residence. 22-year-old Daniel Williams received these charges after he was reportedly involved in an alleged robbery that occurred last week Friday at La Fosse St. Andrew, while the victim was walking along the said roadway. Williams appeared at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Wednesday and was remanded to the Richmond Hill Prison. He will reappear in court next Monday. This is news at 7. Coming up, unique independence celebrations in St. Patrick. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Every action we take impacts the lives of others around us. The Grenlec Community Partnership Initiative, GCPI, has been working with Grenadian organizations to impact communities directly. Giving back to communities we serve is fundamental to the way we do business. And every year, more lives are touched across Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. In education, sports, health, infrastructure, social services, and beyond.
Now we can stay safe while at the same time reducing our budget to maintain a clean and safe environment at our home, school, office, church, or even on the bus. Fortune Foods has gone a long way to source premium products that are at least 30 to 50% less than other brands. That's right, 30 to 50% cheaper than other brands. We have a multi-purpose 80% strength liquid sanitizer for cleaning surfaces that is also safe on hands, as well as 70 to 75% gel sanitizers, available in 1 gallon and smaller sizes. Plus, when you buy in bulk, you save even more. Right now, every dollar counts. Be wise. Sanitize with Fortune Foods range of sanitizing products.
Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe, St. George's. Telephone 435-2247.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise, look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me.
Sunday, February 14th from 6 p.m.
Get set for another massive Waggy Team Virtual Bingo.
The Valentine's edition.
This time you can win a whopping $15,000. Tickets are $15 for one or two for $25. Now that's a Valentine's special. In Grenada, tickets are available at gotofet.com
or numerous box offices island-wide.
If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. This is a special day,
so you and your Valentine can enjoy all the fun and excitement in the comfort of your home.
Sunday, February 14th,
Valentine's Day.
Play Waggy T Virtual Bingo.
The new way to play.
Bingo.
As a sales agent, I do my best and I'm pretty good at my job. As a son, I show mad love for my mom. I'm the cool uncle. There's a babysitter whenever my sister needs me. I'm in love and I make my boyfriend very happy. But because of the law, none of that matters if I'm gay.
Speak out against the discrimination of Grenadians based on sexual orientation. Support the repeal of Section 431. A message from ECAID. For more information, visit www.ecequality.org.
Will you see all of me?
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Grenada Electricity Services, GRENLEC, has advised that a delay in its shipment of streetlights and replacement parts is hindering installation and repairs. The company says the delay in shipment, which should have been received last November, has come about because of supply chain challenges due to the COVID-19 pandemic. GRENLEC says, however, recognizing the impact on customers, the company is exploring other cost-effective options for supply. The lone electricity supplier anticipates that it will receive a shipment of streetlights this month, allowing for the installation and repair process to continue. In the meantime, customers are encouraged to report streetlight faults to the company's 24-hour hotline on 237. The government of Grenada has stated that the need to invest in renewable energy sources was a key player in the events which led to the repurchase of GRENLEC shares from WRB. Minister for Renewable Energy and the Environment, Senator Simon Steele, says the government is committed to increase GRENLEC's renewable energy capabilities. Since the repurchasing of the Grenlec shares from WRB by the government of Grenada, there have been talks by government officials of the implementation of renewable energy solutions to benefit the environment and reduce Grenada's reliance on polluting fossil fuels. Minister for Climate Resilience and the Environment, Senator Simon Steele, said WRB failed to take measures to invest in renewable energy when the opportunity presented itself with the failure of the company's diesel generators.
This should have been the ideal opportunity for Grenlec, if they were committed to investing in renewable energy, to start that transition period. You know that one of your generators is coming to the end of its natural life. You're having problems with it. It's to start putting plans in place for its replacement with renewables. But the action they took was to actually source a replacement diesel generator, a dirty, highly polluting, expensive to run generator.
He said the failure of WRB to transition to renewables has left the island with a renewable energy penetration of just over 1% and high energy costs.
Based on the share purchase agreement that we had, this onerous, this offensive agreement that we signed on to in 1994, which enshrined this 80-year monopoly in an agreement that was one-sided, that's resulted in Grenada having some of the highest electricity rates, not just in the Caribbean, but globally.
Senator Steele said the share repurchase has enabled the government to think long-term, and the government is currently working with the international community to see what will be required to make the transition to renewable energy.
UN Environment are providing us with that support. They have, and other international partners have been working very closely with us. They understand the barriers that we faced with the WRB ownership issue, but see the potential for Grenada. We will know in the coming weeks the output of that study, which will give us an idea, as I said, of technically what is required, how much it's going to cost, and what the next steps are.
The independent tradition of cleaning and decorating communities in the national colors has become a long-standing practice for Grenadians. However, this year, the tradition was also affected by the impacts of the global pandemic. First catching our attention on Facebook, there was at least one bright spark for the festive and community-oriented tradition as one part of River Sally came alive in the national colors of red, green, and gold. While on tour of the island on Independence Day, GBN's Gerard Joseph visited the area to capture the essence and beauty of the decorations.
It is usually a normal community activity in the village of River Sally in St. Patrick, in which residents come out to clean and decorate various areas for independence. One of the residents who lead the charge is Pastor Dave King.
No, we haven't done any this year. We didn't go that far this year. I think there are a number of challenges that we face. One, they were talking about people coming together, the clustering, because normally what we will do every year, we would clean the entire community, we'll call the community. Once we call a work day, people will come out and we would together just working, cleaning and painting and so on.
Pastor King says this year they were only able to decorate one street in the community, which he says is normally decorated by the painted bamboo and the Grenada flag. A painted bunch of bananas took the center stage on social media, along with an old fridge painted in national colors and in the design of the flag. The old fridge had the various produce and fruits found in farms and lush lands atop, and even more surprises within, which demonstrated the abundance of spices and fertile vegetation. The village activist tells GBN the pandemic has starred the events normally organized by the community, as they played by ear as to whether any activity can be hosted.
We're just watching. I think it's probably in our mind really, but as to the reality of it, we're still looking at what will happen, because cases, even though we have been reduced to one active case on the island, but you are aware that it could just go down today and tomorrow you can have that rising again.
Pastor King says they are looking forward to rekindling the tradition fully in 2022 as the nation nears its 50th anniversary of independence. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what viewers and listeners are saying in tonight's Social Buzz. Let's take a look around the social media platforms. This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. During his address in the annual Independence celebrations, Prime Minister Keith Mitchell proposed the creation of a social fund which will be used to help the most vulnerable in our society.
Contributing a portion far above anyone else of my salary every month to help those in need. And I'll be encouraging my cabinet colleagues to do the same. Similarly, I would be encouraging everyone who's able to make a contribution to do so. Sisters and brothers, we are not going to Parliament to mandate anything. Our conscience should be our mandate.
Tonight we listen to the opinions of our online and listening audience of the Good Morning Grenada radio program, who shared what they think about the proposal.
Where would these funds come from? Who would pay the fund, and how long would these funds be paid for? By whom? Ambitious? I don't see it working. I will not contribute to that fund. Period.
Total rubbish, lack of vision. Where is the $25 million we borrowed from the World Bank? So many people unemployed. How will they contribute?
And my thing is, he should take the money from the briefcase and share it out.
Everybody grade that money now. Everybody's in trouble. And tell him we want the oil money. The oil money and the and tell Sheldon got to pay back the money. That will go a long way.
The whole idea of this not being taken to the Parliament and made into law tells you that is a slush fund. Something that is prone to corruption, and therefore it should never ever take place.
You know, so I think that the government should rethink, or the Prime Minister, because it is his idea, should rethink and divert the money that comes from the consolidated fund for the constituency branches. Put that $10,000 or $15,000 back into that fund and ease the burden of the Grenadian people. All what I have to say, don't go there.
That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to share your thoughts and concerns, comment on GBN's Facebook page. From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. Rechanging the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight's eyesore submission once again brings Grenada's independence celebrations to the fore. Our eyesore reporter submitted photos of the designer independence displays at Grenlec, which were designed based on the theme, United We Stand. This theme is based on one of 4 messages of hope Grenlec developed in 2020 in response to COVID-19 and was adapted for the independence displays because it evokes a spirit of togetherness, achievement, purpose, and resilience. The designs were displayed at Grenlec's 4 locations: Carriacou, Bruce Street Mall, Grandance, and Grenville. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead, Ministry of Education endorses patois in schools. This is news at 7.
Need tools? Then, take advantage today on 20% off on all tools, lights, and sanitary fixtures in LA Purcell Independent Sale. Plus, get 15% off on appliances, furniture, and electronics. LA Purcell is bringing independence to you for 2 weeks from January 29th to February 12th. More reasons to celebrate independence. What are you waiting for? Visit our stores on Granby Street or River Road today. See your favorite LA today. Cash if you have it or credit if you want it. Happy Independence Grenada from LA Purcell.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get through. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load. With tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, no small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Imagine your day without having to wait in line, without having to write at every store, without touching the pen everyone else used, having your info exposed to everyone. Sounds great, huh? Well, it's possible. Here is Teta. With Teta, you download once, register once, and just scan to check in everywhere. No hassle, no forms, no hold up. Simple and easy. Teta lets you explore, discover new places, new products, and new experiences. What are you waiting for? Get Teta for free from your app store today and enjoy contactless convenience.
What are you looking for? Top quality copy paper, linen paper, bond paper maybe, or lunch bags, maybe a gift set, or maybe you're just not sure. Then visit us today. Kena Bookstore. We are so much more than your regular bookstore. Visit us at the corner of Scotch and Young Street, or give us a call 420-5307 or 321-3500. Kena Bookstore. Convenience, quality, excellent prices.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Your hard work, talent, and creativity, plus Flow, equals more ways to chase your dreams. Flow is connecting all of Grenada, from Point Salines to Hillsborough, with the most reliable connection on the island. So now everyone can work, study, and keep moving forward together. Visit discoverflow.co for more information.
Welcome back. Preserving the Creole language in Grenada is the intention of the Grenada Creole Society, and the plan has gotten the support of the Ministry of Education. Chrislina John has more in this report.
A draft national cultural policy was developed as a result of a challenge put forward by the Creole Society to have the Ministry of Education's involvement in language introduction in schools. Two ministries have so far shown interest, that of the Ministries of Culture and Education. And that's according to Dr. Margaret Joan Joseph, author of the book Untying the Ancestors' Tongue, who held a virtual official launch of the book on Wednesday.
The role of the book. The book is furtherance of the mission of the Grenada Creole Society. The society was founded in 2009 in a community response to the near disappearance of our patois or Creole French. The stated mission of this group: to learn, teach, research, document, preserve, and promote the endangered Creole French language in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Here is a very valued letter from the Ministry of Education, and at the end of it, the ministry expresses its willingness to cooperate with the Grenada Creole Society in the endeavor to promote the patois language.
Dr. Joseph says this book being used as reference for SBAs, as it also offers a link to video tutors.
Is that Grenadians will see themselves as the beneficiaries by heritage of a valid and wonderful Creole language and culture that is second to none and is shared by other countries in these lesser Antilles of the Caribbean. Our mission statement, already referred to, and in addition, the society will be involved in learning and teaching of literacy in the Creole language and will also initiate, engage in, and support activities that promote pride and participation in the Creole culture.
Of the editors, Dr. Nicole Philip Dow, in congratulating Dr. Joseph on this accomplishment, views the book as a comprehensive learning tool that should be embraced.
It was almost a secret, but now to untie it and to reveal it is extremely important. For us, yes, but more so for the younger generation. And the way the book is written is extremely user-friendly. Looking at the historical side of it as well, more of the mechanics of it, more than the linguistic part of it. But I think it is an excellent tool, and I'm very hopeful that this tool can be used in schools. It's something that I would really like the Ministry of Education to take on board.
Another of the book's editor is Jill Patterson.
And the Creole Society and Dr. Joseph just really putting in this installment of our Creole language. It really is supporting our local and indigenous knowledge. And it is also a mark of progress, and it is just setting the foundation for more Creoles to be documented and Creoles to be, preserved.
Christelina John, GBN News.
Getting people to understand their rights, gain knowledge, and identify injustices is the aim behind the Empower Connection project. The program was launched on the sister isle of Carriacou earlier this month. More details in this report from Christelina John.
The Empowerment Connection Campaign Project is a newly launched venture targeting women, girls, and people of the LGBT community. It's a 10-week training course which seeks to empower and educate people on their human rights. That's according to Mary Rivera, coordinator of the program and member of the Grenada Human Rights Organization.
And COVID-19 is a perfect environment for injustices. So I think it's a perfect time for people to be educated and know what's going on with regards to their rights and how to defend them. So they're being empowered through this education, and then we want to connect them. So that's a big part too. Unity is very important when it comes to human rights, solidarity, when it comes to empowerment, all of these things. So we need to be connected. So that's a big part of this program too. And there's a connection space where the participants will work together individually to get to know one another.
She said initially 10 people have signed up for the program, but since then the numbers have declined. or promised the continuation of the program should members of the public be interested in joining. A stipend is also made available to people to assist them in these challenging times, she says.
It's not very easy, and at this point, we're actually giving away the stipend. We put a financial base in there because we know what's going on with COVID-19 and people struggling and not having work. So it was really important that we had an element in here that benefited them financially for economic stimulus of some sort. And it's shocking enough, no, it's not that easy. And so I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because people are not very familiar with human rights. I have come across that. They're not really sure, I don't think, exactly what it means. And maybe that's a part of the lack of interest or participation.
Christina John, GBN News.
Stay with us. Sports is up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
For one night only, the world's biggest soca music competition returns. The International Soca Monarch, live from the National Academy of Performing Arts, where the best in soca compete for the crown on Friday, 12th of February from 8 p.m.
Tune in to GBN
or online at internationalsocamonarch.com. The International Soca Monarch is brought to you by NLCB, One Caribbean Media, Ricky Ragunan and Group of Companies, Rick L Services, and Advanced Dynamics.
Good evening, sporting fans. Jamaican athletes and coaches have expressed mixed views on the COVID-19 vaccine. However, Tokyo Olympics could be the deciding factor. More in this report.
While athletes and officials will not be required to receive a COVID-19 vaccine in order to take part in this year's Tokyo Olympic Games, the International Olympic Committee says it will still encourage and assist individual countries to vaccinate their teams ahead of arrival in Japan. But the issue of vaccination is at times eyed by some with skepticism. So, how ready are Jamaican athletes and coaches to be vaccinated ahead of the Games? Renowned MVP track coach Stephen Francis says he does not have a problem with the vaccine or its requirement.
We will be actively looking for vaccinations to deal with athletes, and so that travel becomes less problematic, because I suspect it's going to be a requirement or to make your life easier to enter different countries later down in the year.
Two of his athletes in 400-meter hurdler, Genevieve Russell, and sprinter Julian Fort, explained why they will take the vaccine if required.
I feel like the vaccination will play a big role in traveling, through different countries. But I mean, it depends on how you look at it, because going to Brazil, we had to be vaccinated. We had to get the yellow fever vaccination. I remember getting that.
As long as it doesn't have a side effects on the athlete, I'm prepared to take the vaccination. As I said before, this is my job. This is how I live my life. This is how I get paid. So to take the vaccine is a must for me, so I can, get to compete at the Olympic Games.
But 2015 World Championship shot put bronze medalist Odain Richards, also from MVP, has questions.
Well, currently I'm still on the fence. There's still a lot more to be learned from the vaccinations, the different types. As I understand, there are many. What are the implications of the vaccine? Will there be any anti-doping considerations taken? Will it be safe, for athletes to perform? We must take the pandemic seriously, but we must also take life after track seriously.
For World Championship 400-meter finalist Demish Gay and his Sprintech teammate, sprint hurdler Yannick Thompson, well, it's a simple equation.
Well, if it's a choice I have to make, then sure.
Yes, I will take the test, because I would want to be in the best of health to go to the Olympics.
Is Jamaica behind on the issue of vaccination and competition for sportsmen and women during the coronavirus pandemic? Jermaine Brown reporting for TVJ Sports.
We now join TV6's James Saunders for some more sporting highlights.
Football's oldest cup competition gets our attention, and Pep Guardiola hailed his special players as Manchester City rewrote English football's record book with a comfortable 3-1 victory at Swansea City. That win also sent them into the FA Cup quarter-finals. Kyle Walker, Raheem Sterling and Gabriel Jesus were on target as Guardiola's team won a 15th game in a row in all competition. Leicester City are also into the last 8 after a stoppage time header from Kelechi Iheanacho gave them a 1-0 win over Brighton. And Sheffield United also had a 1-0 win, getting the better of Bristol City thanks to the 66-minute penalty from Billy Sharp. What a sharp goal that was. And Everton would go on to beat Tottenham Hotspur 5-4 in a goal fest for Jose Mourinho. All right, good news. I've got courtside tickets to the Australian Open, where Novak Djokovic was in winner's row, taking care of American Francis Tiafoe in a hard-fought game. The final score was 6-3, 7-6, or 6-7 rather, 7-6, 6-3. Which saw the Serb progressing to round 3. Among the women, 3rd seed and 2019 champion Naomi Osaka needed just 61 minutes, and that's to defeat Carolina Garcia 6-3, 6-3 to move on to round 3.
It wasn't an easy game for Novak Djokovic, who had to fight hard for his points against USA's Francis Tiafoe. With Djokovic leading 5-3, the Serb was seen serving with this being set point. Conditions were indeed hot at Melbourne Park. Here Djokovic prevailed, and it was on to set number 2. But Tiafoe would bounce back and stay alive in this contest. He took the second set 7-6, and it was game on. Tiafoe served 23 aces in the game, while Djokovic served 26. Djokovic went on to take the third set 7-6, which meant that the American had to win the next one. But it wasn't to be, as Tiafoe erred, and Djokovic won 6-3, 6-7, 7-6, 6-3.
Well, it's a seven.
It was a much easier game for Japanese player Naomi Osaka, who came up against Caroline Garcia of France.
Oh, that is some winner.
This was set point with Osaka ahead 5-2. And the error from Garcia gave Osaka the point, and it was straight to set number 2. The Japanese three-time Grand Slam champion was just as ruthless in set number 2 as was the case in the opening set. In the end, this ace did the trick as Osaka won 6-2, 6-3 to progress to the next round. Now on TV6 Sport.
All right, let's look at some other results, and there were wins for Australian player Nick Kyrgios and Austria's Dominic Thiem, to name a couple, while Stan Wawrinka of Switzerland, he lost his game. Among the ladies, Serena Williams beat Nina Stojanovic in straight sets over her sister Venus. Well, she's out after losing to Sira Irani of Italy. Irani won 6-1, 6-love. All right, let's bounce it over to the NBA now, as Damian Lillard scored 36 points as the Portland Trail Blazers, they defeated a decimated Orlando Magic 106-97. Both Lillard and Carmelo Anthony were red hot in the evening, helping Portland take care of business in a relatively stress-free win.
Damian Lillard and the Blazers back home after a 6-game road trip hosting the Orlando Magic. First quarter, Lillard finds Carmelo Anthony, who finds the bottom of the net for 3. Portland's up 31-15. Off the miss, Mason goes up for the shot, but Anthony swats it down. Carmelo Anthony with the block shot. Portland up 36-21. Blazers moving it around in the second. Robert Covington finds Gary Trent Jr. for the corner 3. Portland up 45-28. Dwayne Bacon gets the ball in the corner, finds Vucevic, top of the key. Vucevic knocks it down. 27 points, 15 boards for Vuce. Time winding down, Terrence Ross drives for the layup. Ross had 22 points. Halftime, Portland up 50-43. Third quarter, Damian Lillard starts to do his thing. Step back, hits the 3. And then Damian Lillard baseline, tough fadeaway jumper. Blazers moving the ball around, find Damian Lillard, another three-pointer. Lillard had 18 points in the third quarter. Portland's up 78-63. Carmelo Anthony back to the basket, up fake, gets the jumper and the foul. With this basket, Carmelo Anthony passes Oscar Robertson for 12th on the NBA's all-time scoring list. Carmelo Anthony's not finished yet. Knocks down another 3. Season high for Melo, 23 points. Damian Lillard stepped back and hits the 3. Lillard had 36 points, 5 rebounds. Portland wins the game. Final score, Magic 97, Blazers 106.
Tonight's probe around the globe takes us to St. Lucia, where the National Workers' Union is seeking caucus with regional unions to determine its next course of action for Liat's severed employees in St. Lucia. Regional heads of government have been asked to help cover the cost of severance entitlements of over $70 million to former employees of regional carrier Liat. More in this report.
Liat administrators have asked governments of the region to help foot the bill of severance entitlements of over $70 million EC dollars to former employees of regional carrier Liat. The National Workers' Union representing Liat employees in St. Lucia is in the process of arranging a meeting with regional unions in the Caribbean following a receipt of a letter dated last month, January 2021. The letter was addressed to the government of various islands where Liat operates. It was also copied to the CARICOM Secretary General and several of the trade unions across the islands, including St. Lucia.
Our objective is to see as best as possible how these persons can get paid as quickly as possible, because as you would appreciate, the airline has been pretty much not flying now for almost a year. So these persons have been either laid off or made redundant for quite some time, and they need some certainty, they need some assurance.
According to the NWU General Secretary, the former employees have been placed in an unbearable position, specifically during these times. The NWU stated the harsh reality is that the statutory period has elapsed in terms of employment made through redundancy. St. Lucia-based employees of LIAT are requesting 100% of their severance and vacation pay.
We're not sure as to whether the administrator has received any responses from the regional government. But from the union standpoint, the regional consultative mechanism that is in place, we will be participating in that in the next few days to see what is the next course of action that the regional unions will take.
Another 103 employees of the collapsed regional airline LIAT are reported to be terminated, joining close to 600 already on the breadline following the demise of the carrier. This has been revealed by Cleveland Seaforth, the Antigua and Barbuda court-approved administrator of the company, in a letter dated January 22, 2021, and addressed to Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, and 8 other Caribbean community CARICOM heads of government, in which he warned the CARICOM counterparts that they would be exposed legally unless some effort was made to pay the affected workers. At least 30 employees of the collapsed regional airline LIAT in St. Lucia have been terminated. Cecil Actil, MBC Prime.
The Philippine government says its first doses of COVID-19 vaccines are due next month. They are from the Global Vaccine Alliance known as COVAX. It has also secured at least 50,000 doses from China, but critics say that is not enough, and there are growing concerns over illegal vaccine distribution on the black market. Al Jazeera's Jamila Alin Dongan reports from Manila in the Philippines.
This blog entry in a popular Chinese social media site talks about purchase of illegal COVID-19 vaccines. In one discussion thread, a social media user questions why he has not developed antibodies after buying one of them illegally, raising doubts among others that some of the vaccines being sold are fake. The website targets Chinese nationals, and authorities say it is proof that vaccines claiming to protect against COVID-19 are being sold on the black market in Manila. The vaccines are hard to acquire here, and the price is steep. Investigators say each dose can cost as much as $200.
China must explain. I mean, how in the world these illegal vaccines get into the Philippines? Now, with the strength of their security and surveillance system, it's impossible for them not to know or to find out exactly how this happened.
The Chinese embassy in Manila has warned its citizens about the risks of fake vaccines and recommends only those authorized by the Philippine government. But authorities say this comes as no surprise. At least 6 illegal clinics like this one have been raided over the past year. Investigators found illegal shipments of medicines for respiratory illnesses allegedly used as treatment for coronavirus, and that these reported vaccinations may be happening to areas exclusively catering to Chinese patients. It's thought many have tried to import vaccines amid growing anger at the government's slow response. And outrage grew further when reports came out that President Rodrigo Duterte's presidential guards were inoculated with smuggled Chinese COVID-19 vaccines last year. Critics say the soldiers' actions have set a bad example and undermined the very purpose of the Food and Drug Administration. Duterte defended his security personnel's actions.
To me, it's a matter of self-preservation. And I would like to call on Congress, whatever be your objection, whatever be your criticism, do not force my soldiers to testify against their will.
Compared to other Asian nations, the Philippines has been slow to roll out its vaccination program. And critics say that's led to a black market, with many here giving up on the government to get them a jab, and soon. Jamela Alindogan, Al Jazeera.
That's it for tonight's Probe Around the Globe. Stay with us for a reminder of tonight's top stories. Now to recap our headlines. Psychologists concerned about the impact of wordless teaching in the classroom. Police responded to incidents involving emergency workers at vehicle checkpoint. Police set ablaze over $1 million in drugs confiscated in numerous operations, and mixed reviews about taking the vaccine jab. In regional news, Liat employees in St. Lucia receive entitlements, and internationally, concerns over illegal COVID-19 vaccine distribution arise in the Philippines. In sports, athletes and coaches in Jamaica express mixed views on COVID vaccines ahead of Tokyo Olympics, and Manchester City pulls off 3-1 victory against Swansea. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Trelona Charles. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.
For one night only, the world's biggest soca